Hi, I'm Matt Sellhorst, pleasure boat specialist here at Home Marine Lake Wylie. Thanks for stopping by to check out this video. This is my wife Sarah, my little girl Avery, and this is our dog. The Sea Ray SunDancer, there's one thing you can say. You can always tell when a SunDancer's cruising down the lake. It has distinctive lines, the nice stainless steel rub rail. It's very noticeably a Sea Ray. I love the arches that they do on the SunDancers. It's just a great looking boat. It's a classic look that's never gonna go out of style. You see a 10 or a 15-year-old SunDancer cruise down the lake and it still looks great. That helps with your resale value. It's not gonna be a dated looking boat. They always use that classic styling that's always gonna be sharp and turning heads on the water. When you're looking at the Sea Ray SunDancer construction, they do it different than other manufacturers in the cruiser category. It's one reason they've been the top cruiser seller in all of the size categories for years and years. One thing they do in the construction is they do a modular construction, which means that everything inside isn't stick built and just cut to fit that particular boat. What they do is they have precise measurements and they modularize the head compartment. They actually build this as a separate compartment, fiberglassed up, and have it all plumbed. And then when the boat is running down the line with the bottom here, the hull here, and the deck or the top side running next to it, they sit that modular piece in and they actually fiberglass it in to the whole structure of the boat. So if you took this upholstery away, you would see a full single surface through here that's all fiberglassed up. What that does is it makes the boat stronger. We're on a 280 Dancer here, and this is actually a 2004 model, and there's a reason we're in a older boat here, is that gives this whole structure strength. They also use a jig when they put this boat together. So they don't just say, all right, we think the cabinets go here and this cabinet goes here. They actually have a jig that sits down in that mold, and the jig shows where every single thing needs to go. And they'll put bulkheads and actually fiberglass that into the structure of the boat. So they know that the cabinetry goes here. So this is a 9-year-old boat. The hinges and the cabinets fit exactly as they should. When you're out in the rough seas, out in the ocean, when you're going up and down the intercoastal, running to the Bahamas, this boat is gonna hold its value better because all the cabinetry, all of the finished product on the cabin is going to look better, it's going to hold up better. It's because of what you can't see. Just like in the engine compartment, that's the guts of the house, that's the attic and the foundation. That's the same thing with the boat. This is all construction, unibody construction, kind of like the cars nowadays. It makes it stronger. With this all being one fiberglass unit, it makes this boat stronger and stouter, and they do that from the smallest cruiser all the way up to the 60-foot plus yachts that they build, and all that technology makes these boats hold their resale value, and just the ease of use that 10 years down the line when you go to pop this cabinet open, it's going to fit nice and tight just like it did when it was sitting on that showroom floor. One way to tell if the other manufacturer does it this way is ask the salesperson. But the other is, as you're looking around, try to put your finger up through some of that upholstery. There's brand new boats that I've been in the showroom that you'll see a distinct gap and you can actually see into the head compartment. If it's finished off like the Sea Ray, you'll never be able to see in there. But ask that question if that's a modular unit that's fiberglass together, or if it's stick built where they actually cut the wood and place it in the boat and never fiberglass it together. Down in the cabin, Sea Ray uses these nice stainless steel port windows. They're easy to open up and close with these little latches. But what's nice is there is sealed into the fiberglass mold of the boat is that stainless steel frame. There's no way with the window closed for water to intrude. If you keep your window closed, you've got a nice solid seal. Other manufacturers will actually put their windows in to a fiberglass pan, and there's a little area where the water can collect and get moldy and mildew. Here with the Sea Ray, because it's into this fiberglass frame and the stainless steel window, there's nowhere for water to go. If you do leave the window open, it's going to roll right down and easy to wipe up. If you keep the window closed, there's no way water's going to intrude into the cabin. When you look at the Sea Ray, the hardware is a big area where they excel. If you look at this little compartment here, you've got a full-length piano hinge. A lot of manufacturers are just going to use 2 stamped aluminum hinges that are going to break in a very near future. You also have a stainless steel latch, which is nice and solid. You can see your battery switch is right in here. Makes it easy access to turn it on and off. But the real important thing, you have a gasket around to keep that dry in there, and that hatch is nice and tight. 10 years down the line, you look at a SunDancer, and all of the compartments, all of the hinges are so strong that they still close nice and easy. The hardware on the bimini top is they use this ball and socket, which allows for you to easily take the bimini up and down. And get a little better angle here. Easily comes out, easily goes right back in, and you lock it in place. But the key to this ball and socket is when you're cruising down the lake, you don't have that rattling and shaking. You can run this boat at top speed, wide open throttle, with the bimini top fully extended, and it's going to be nice and quiet. Another area on the Sea Rays that they excel is the foredeck. Access to it, as well as the smooth flat surface that you have to work there. If you look at the big wide steps, I have size 12 feet. I've got plenty of room to walk up and walk out on the bow. When you're handling the anchor, when you're handling lines, you've got a nice flat surface with some textured area, so when you're in your bare feet, you've got a good solid surface to grip. And they also do what's called a tow rail. If you look here on the side, you see that the textured surface ends and allows you, if you have your bare feet, you can feel that spot where, okay, this is as far as I need to go. When you look at the hardware, not only is it important to have the big heavy duty hardware, you can see on this 24-foot cruiser, the 8-inch cleats, nice and solid. They're also backplated with a piece of fiberglass plastic, which is kind of a fiberboard that actually build into the mold of the structure, and these cleats are through bolted through that. So you actually have a solid structural surface. You're not just going right into fiberglass. Some manufacturers will use aluminum, some will use wood, but Sea Ray uses a hard fiberglass plastic that's got strands of fiberglass woven through it, so it's good and solid and secure, and it's built into the structure of the boat and fiberglassed in there at each cleat, as well as on the bow rail, which we'll talk about here in a little bit. But another, especially on the cruisers, the placement of these cleats. You have one here at the back. On some of the larger cruisers, you'll have another one down towards the aft. You have a midship cleat, and then you have a bow cleat. Why that's important is when you're tying up these bigger cruisers at the dock, you need to have it nice and secure and solid, and you need to have a cleat in the right spot to keep your boat secure and free from damage. On the Sea Ray SunDancers, the engine compartment, just like when you're looking at a house, you want to look at the attic and you want to look at the basement. That's where the real structure will show itself. Same thing on a boat, especially on the cruisers. The engine compartment is where you can see the quality of construction or the cutting of corners. Let's take a look here on the SunDancer engine compartment. The first thing you'll notice is all the wires, even the smallest wires, in this chafe-resistant tubing. What that allows is that 10 years down the line, as the boat's been pounding in the rough water, even if you're running on the coast in the rough seas, all those wires are still protected and they're not rubbing up against each other causing shorts, which is very common on a 10-year-old boat. You'll also notice that all those wires are dressed back, all the plugs are in secure and tight, and everything is nice and neat. Makes it easy for the techs when they're trying to diagnose a problem. It also makes them easy to work on the other areas of the engine without having to worry about pulling a wire or a plug loose, because everything's dressed back neatly. As you look at the other components, there's a lot of systems. This is a 24-foot cruiser here. As you get bigger, you can see all of the room that you have in here to get access to the engine, to your fuel cell, to the bilge pumps, to the batteries, to your fresh water system. Everything is nice and neat, easy access, which is great for keeping up your general maintenance, but it also adds value to the boat. It increases the resale value compared to other manufacturers of similar boats, and it's one of the main reasons why Sea Ray has been a top performer in this cruiser category, from 24 all the way up to the 61-foot yachts that they build. Another area that Sea Ray really focuses on is keeping the sound and the comfort level down, the vibration as well. The way they mount the engines to the structure of the boat, but also the little details like the soundproofing foam that they use. We talked about the heavy duty hardware on throughout the boat. This is just another area. This is a big, huge, heavy engine compartment. You've got the seating unit on, there's a lot of fiberglass, and it's supported by 2 gas struts. It's as easy when you look at closing as just slipping right down, and it's not gonna fall down on my head. It just closes nice and easy and lifts up the same. It's very uncommon on cruisers this size to have that type of heavy duty hardware that is just going to stand up to the test of time. Here we are looking at a 21-foot Sea Ray. This is a 205 Sport, the most popular 21-foot bow rider on the market right now. This is one of the reasons. It's an important thing, but something a lot of, especially first-time boaters or even long-time boaters don't realize, is the importance of the bottom of the boat. A couple things going on down here. One is you have the dead rise, which is actually the angle of that V measured right there. This is a good degree dead rise. You're at 21 degrees, which means you're gonna slice through the water and avoid that chop. It's gonna give you a smoother feel. You'll see some boats that have a flatter dead rise. What that does, it's cheaper to build, but it also is gonna give you a rougher ride because you're smacking on the ground versus slicing through those waves. Another thing happening here are these little stair step items. They're called lifting strakes. Now what Sea Ray does is they use a nice, heavy, thick lifting strake. You can see how wide those are. What they do is they allow the boat to plane more efficiently. The hydrodynamics at work here allow that boat to get up on plane more efficiently by the total design of this bottom. It's more expensive to build. It's difficult to make these perfectly straight and precision laid in that fiberglass mold. That it's a very expensive process, but it adds to the safety of the boat, the comfort of the rider, and the performance of the boat. If you picture this, the boat getting up on plane, it's gonna get that bow down faster. 1, 2, 2.5, and most Sea Rays are up on plane between 2.5 and 3 1,000 count. The other thing it does is when you make a sharp turn, if you have somebody learning how to wakeboard or you're inner tubing or you just want to get out and have a little fun, these lifting strakes allow that boat to dig into the water, to hold itself in the turn. It's not going to bank up and slide out. My family had a boat that did that when we were younger. My mom hated it. It scared her to death. These lifting strakes are what allow the Sea Ray to hold tight in the water in a turn, feel like you have great control. It never feels like it's going to slip out. It's always going to hold tight in that turn, and it's something you really have to experience. But it's because of the way Sea Ray does their bottom that it allows all those safety, the comfort, and the performance to happen. If you look at some other manufacturers, they have their own special technique that they use. They do it for a different reason, but safety, performance, and comfort is why Sea Ray does the hull like this, even though it's a little bit more expensive process. The reputation of Sea Ray in the large cruiser category is better than anyone in the market. They lead market share in every category of cruiser up to 61 feet. They're talking boats from 26 to 61 feet, and they use that knowledge from the yachts all the way down into the smaller SunDancers. We're on a 34 Dancer here right now, and the reputation of Sea Ray, it's the most researched boat in this category. They build more boats than anybody else in this cruiser style and the category, which means that your resale value is going to be much higher. There's always people looking for SunDancers, new and pre-owned. The way they interact with the dealers and the way we're able to support the customers because of that relationship. Sea Ray not only stands behind the letter of their warranty, but also the spirit of the warranty. Hull Marine has been fortunate to work with Sea Ray and offer SunDancers since the 80s. Because of that, we're able to provide that service to our customer from delivery of a new Sea Ray all the way through the warranty and beyond with the service. Girls, what do you think about your Sea Ray? Do you like it? Important things you need to know about me and Hull Marine Lake Wylie before you make your next boat purchase. I'm the only pleasure boat specialist in the country with a no sales pressure guarantee. What that means to you is you can come in, check out any of our new and pre-owned deck boats, cruisers, pontoons, or yachts without a high pressure salesperson, fast talking salesperson breathing down your neck. I'm going to talk boats with you, help you direct you to the right one, provide you any answers to the questions that are important to you, and then give you the space to make the decision if that's the right boat for you and your family. I offer several consumer boating reports. The most popular is the official boat buyer's guide, how to buy the right boat at the right price. It's available at boatingthecarolinas.org. Stop in here at the marina and I'll give you a free copy, or you can go to boatingthecarolinas.org, use code word HALF to receive half off. Hall Marine Lake Wylie has been fortunate to be rated in the top 100 for the Boating Industry magazine, the top 100 dealers in America, for the last 6 years running. Most recently, we've been rated number 15 out of 3,000 applications. We're very happy for that. What that means to you is that we're a reputable dealer that's been in business for a long time. We take care of our customers the right way. We educate them, and it's going to give you a great experience. There are no other dealers in the Charlotte area that have been in that top 100 dealer ranking since its inception. I also offer a VIP pre-owned watch list. If we don't have the pre-owned pontoon, deck boat, or cruiser that you're looking for right now, email me at matt@boatingthecarolinas.com. Tell me exactly what you're looking for, the age range, the price range, and the size range, and I'll put you on my VIP list and be on the lookout for the right boat for you and your family. Hall Marine Lake Wylie is a full-service boat dealership. We have 400 dry storage units. We have over 90 wet slips here at the marina. We have a 6-bay service area that's air-conditioned and heated, so the techs working on your boat in July and August have a comfortable environment. They always do a better job. We have 5 certified Mercruiser technicians, as well as 1 master certified technician, the highest rating you can get. The reason that's important is you know you're going to be taken care of after you purchase your newer pre-owned boat from us. We do many events here at Hall Marine Lake Wylie. We do a movie night, we do getaways, sometimes to the coast, to give people another boating experience, and we're all about promoting the boating lifestyle. So as a Hall Marine Lake Wylie client, you're invited to all of these events. We're the only 5-star dealer in the Carolinas, so you know you're going to be taken care of. Why are there no other 5-star certified dealers in the area? I'm not sure, but do you really want to find out? Hey, it's easy for me to say great things about our dealership, introduce you to my family, but it's another thing, what do actual real-life clients have to say about working with Hall Marine and Lake Wylie Marina? Take a look at all of the testimonials we have. There's several at the end of this video. You can also find over 100 of them at my desk, clients that I've worked with over the years, as well as on our website. Check out those testimonials and hear what clients have to say in their own words about their experience with me and Hall Marine Lake Wylie. Hey, thanks again for tuning in. If you're ready to own your first or your next boat, hey, give me a call. What's Lucy doing to you? Give me a call at 803-831-2101. My extension is 630, or you can email me at matt@boatingthecarolinas.com. Again, set up some time to come in and talk boats, and hopefully we can find a boat that makes sense for you and your family.